What's going on, guys? Welcome to yet another episode of All Mouth Bassing. Today I'm back at the City Park dam or spillway, whatever you want to call it, and I'm out here about to try catching some trout on some very cheap little lures by Cream. They were $1 a piece. I got a 5-pack of them, and they're just tiny little lipless crankbaits. So the story behind this is the other day I was fishing with one of my nicer lipless cranks and I caught some really nice trout on it. And then eventually I actually lost it on a snag. I hooked up with a really nice brown trout. It jumped up out of the water and then went down into some rocks and made me hang up and lose it. So I went over to Walmart looking for a new lipless crank, and I saw this tiny little cheap pack of lipless cranks for $5, and I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea for a video. So here we are. So I'm gonna throw those on today and see how they do. So let's get to it. All right, so here is the pack of baits I'm talking about. As you can see, they're just tiny little cheap lipless crankbaits. They actually have some pretty nice color to them, and I have decent expectations for them. I don't really have a whole lot to say about them, so let's see how they do. Unfortunately, the water is coming down a little heavier today, so it might be a bit harder to hear me, but it's a crystal clear day. I can literally see 5-6 trout just from where I'm standing, so I have relatively high expectations. Okay guys, the first bait I decided to throw on was this little tiny plain silver one. I figured it would, well, they're all the same size. I don't know why I said little tiny. But I figured this one would mimic the shad that are in this river pretty well. So let's find out. All right, the action's not too bad. Actually, I already have a fish following it. Oh, all right. It's falling again. Well, that's a pretty good sign. How to follow her on the first cast. Man, I could switch to baits I know would just start nailing them. I might if this doesn't end up working out. But for now, I'm gonna stay the course. There we go, on one. All right, tiny one, but I'll take it. Look at that, oh. It's breaking out. Man. Crazy little guy. All right, bud, you got hooks in my fingers. Chill. All right, look at that. Tiny little stock rainbow. These little ones are the ones that'll stick you every time, man, jeez. Crazy little fish. There we go. He'll make it. Probably gonna stick to that wall for a while while it recuperates, and I'll be back at it. Alright guys, that was pretty cool. Landing a trout on a $1 crankbait, you really can't beat it, you know? So yeah, now I've got this little red backed one on here, chrome with a red back. So let's see how this one does. Wonder what those guys are hungry for. Oh, I just lost one second cast with the red crank, or excuse me, third cast. Oh, missed another one. They're definitely into these little crankbaits. They don't care that they were only $1. Almost fell in the water. They're not hitting it very hard. They're hitting, but gently. Thinking these hooks aren't the sharpest because I've missed quite a few of them. So I'm thinking maybe if you were to buy these baits, maybe buy a cheap set of Eagle Claw treble hooks that are a little bit sharper, and I think you'd probably have a pretty good day. There we go. Finally. A little better one. All right, that's 2 out of 5. 2 down, baby, look at that. All right. Oh, he's freaking out. All right, guys, that's 2 out of 5, so we're about halfway through the challenge. Now I've got this gold and black one on. This one is the bait I have the least confidence in. I mean, those other 2 catches built my confidence a little bit in these crankbaits, so I figure I'll throw on the ugly one and see what happens. The only thing I could think of that looks like this bait in this water would be baby carp, and I'm not even sure if trout are into that. I already had pretty close to as many following it as any of the other ones. There we go. Already got one on. Why did I have such little confidence in this bait? I think that's the best one yet too. Oh geez, almost got the rocks. All right, buddy. Wow, so that was really quick. Man, this one's all full of energy. Try to get him out of these rocks. Oh, there he goes. All right, cool. All right, so that was pretty awesome. I caught the biggest fish the quickest on the bait I had the least confidence in. But now I put on a bait I have quite a bit more confidence in. This one is blue, chrome, and yellow with a little red on its mouth. I'm pretty sure it's meant to mimic like a bluegill. So I feel pretty good about it. Something tiny. That's not even that small, actually. Just not a fighter. Yeah, really not as small as I thought. All right, well, this fish wants to go, so there we go. All right, guys, I've got the last bait left on. It's just the blue-backed chrome one. And yeah, I mean, at this point, my expectations are crazy high. I came out here with not the highest expectations, and you know, I only gave myself like 2.5 hours to fish, and apparently, unless this bait takes me the rest of the night, it looks like I'm not even gonna need it. Oh, a big brown trout's right out there right now. There it is. Oh, do you guys see that fish? Do you guys see that fish? Oh, it's a big rainbow. It's not a brown. Wow, that's a nice fish. I don't know if you guys could see that, but wow, beauty. Absolute beauty. Man, I want to catch that fish bad. It's interested in this bait. I'm gonna probably keep throwing this one. There we go. All right. Hell yeah. I think that was actually under an hour. 5 trout in under an hour on a $5 pack of crankbaits. I like it. I'll spend that money on any day. Oh geez. Cool. All right, guys, I already completed the challenge, and now I'm just throwing them for fun. I may decide to switch out to a different kind of bait eventually here, but honestly, it looks like these little cranks are doing work. There we go. Look at that. As I was saying, it looks like these little cranks are doing work. Oh, just about landed that one. Wow. You can't beat that. $1 a crankbait for some very effective hard baits. And I mean, I could see these working great just about year round too. Whoa, what? I caught a, this is weird. I don't know what's going on here. I think I caught somebody else's rig. But yeah, with this poor, oh man, this poor little rainbow. Wow. I somehow managed to snag the line this guy was on. I think I'm just gonna cut, the line because I can't do anything about that hook. Looks like he's still getting food, maybe, I don't know. I can't really tell. Looks a little deformed. All right, that was really weird. There's a decent one. Yes, good one. All right, I'm excited right now. That's a good fish. I hope I can land it. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, it's a big one. That's awesome. That is so awesome. On this crappy little crankbait. Well, not even crappy, just cheap. Oh, yeah. Alright, I don't know if I want to flip it or what. I don't trust these hooks. Wow. Alright, alright, alright. Don't do that, bud. Oh. Woo! Yeah, buddy. It's a nice trout. Woo! Look at that beauty. Yes. That's what I'm after, baby. Hopefully I didn't do any damage to this guy because I want to let it go. It's a beautiful fish. Oh yeah. Oh-hoo-wee. Awesome. Woo-hoo! Yay! Wow guys, that was amazing. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if that was my PB, but if not, that was close to my PB rainbow trout. Actually, I think it might have been a cut ball. I'm gonna have to look at the footage later and check it out a little closer. But man, so cool. I'm pretty sure that's the trout I saw swimming around earlier that I said I wanted to catch. Oh, beautiful fish. All right, guys, so here's the crankbaits that I was just using. It's a couple weeks after I made that video, so they're showing their age a little bit now. And I'm just gonna go over basically my pros and cons of them after using them for that day and then for a couple of weeks. So the pros, I think, are the colors were pretty decent. The price, obviously, they were super cheap, and the action really wasn't too terrible, and they obviously caught some fish. So those were really the main good points I thought there were about them. The bad points were obviously the low quality. So the hooks weren't very sticky at all, and they're pretty weak. They bend pretty easy. The paint started to chip after a pretty short amount of time, just bouncing off, you know, a rock or two here or there. So yeah, quality just generally pretty low. They started to rust a little bit anywhere there was metal. So yeah, pretty poor quality. You know, that one even lost an eye. Other than that, the other cons were they were a little bit inconsistent. So like one or two of them, most of them worked really well and had great action, but one or two of them every 5 feet or so would kind of like swing upside down and do a weird loop that it didn't seem like they were supposed to do. So a little bit of inconsistency there. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. They were decent baits, and at the price at least, and they caught me quite a few fish and a pretty nice trout. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around for another episode, and thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I really appreciate every single view you guys give me. I appreciate all your likes, all your comments. Anything really helps, and so far I'm really enjoying making my videos. I'm really enjoying the process of making my YouTube channel so far, and I'm hoping you guys can follow me and grow with me on it. It's like I said, it's been a lot of fun so far, so thank you so much for everything. And yeah, other than that, I don't have a ton to say about the video. It was pretty fun to make. I ended up catching quite a few trout on these nice cheap crankbaits, and even got, I don't know if it was a PB or not, I don't remember, but it was a pretty nice rainbow. So that was awesome, and just in general, I thought it was an awesome video. I hope you guys agree, and that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys on the next video, and I'll see you out on the water.